desk. So
yeah. Yep,
okay.
you look perfect.
Okay.
And so for the first couple of minutes, I just kind of go over the general things about Quilt Show Reno, just because it takes a minute for, hang on a second, let me, I thought I switched banners. Let's do this one. Okay, so it takes a minute for people to log on, and so we'd like to welcome everybody to Quilt Show Reno. We have a great lineup of teachers coming up. We have a block of rooms, so if you haven't gotten your hotel rooms yet, you're going to want to. And classes actually start on Tuesday. The vendor mall does not open till Thursday, but you're going to want to make sure that you're there to be able to enjoy both venues. Okay, so today we have Cindy Seitz-Kris and also Cindy Myers. So stay tuned for both of our teachers today. Cindy, do you want to just tell us real quick a little bit about how you got started in quilting, or what made you want to go into this career?
Well, I've been quilting for over 30 years now. And my mom got me started in quilting in 1992. And once I started quilting, I just really fell in love with it. And I've been going full out ever since then. And my forte is domestic machine quilting. So that's what I'm going to be teaching at Quilt Show Reno.
Perfect. Everybody needs to know how to quilt their own quilts.
Exactly. Yeah. Not everybody can afford a long arm or has space for a long arm or even wants to bother with it. But we all have a domestic sewing machine. So that's what I'm going to teach my students, is how to quilt their large quilts on their home sewing machine.
Perfect. Are you also going to have a booth at the show?
Nope. Just teaching. I don't vend. So
okay. So if they want to learn how to do domestic sewing on a sewing machine, their home sewing machine, they're really going to want to sign up with your classes.
Yep, that's right. And I've been teaching these classes for over 25 years, and I really love teaching people how to quilt their quilts. And I don't know, people seem to be able to relate to how I teach them, and they get the confidence and the skills to do whatever they want. So it's really fun to see them with smiles on their faces when they walk away from my classes.
For sure. So what kind of classes are you offering? Is it great for all skill levels, or?
Yeah, actually. So I'm doing 5 classes and 1 lecture, and the lecture is called Frustration-Free Quilting, and it's an 1.5-hour presentation. And it's really informative because, like I said, I've been teaching domestic machine quilting for over 25 years. And also, I've been a competitive international entrant with my quilts. And so I've experienced tons of issues that frustrated me. And I've also seen my students experience these similar situations where they get frustrated. And so I have as I've been sitting and sewing, like I would encounter something that was a common problem that we deal with when we're sewing on our home sewing machines, when we're quilting on them. And I started coming up with all these simple solutions. And I thought, you know what? This is so easy. Why didn't I think of it before? Or, oh, I need to share this with my students. And I started jotting all of those things down. And I just eventually made a lecture out of those simple solutions to common problems. And it mainly deals with domestic machine quilting, but long armers and even hand quilters can learn things that are going to help them improve their quilting skills. So that's my lecture. And then 4 different classes. On Wednesday, I'm teaching Successful Machine Quilting, Basics and Beyond. And that is my all-day beginning machine quilting class. And this class is always my most popular class. And it amazes me because even 25, 30, whatever years since the machine quilting revolution occurred, people still want those basic skills. So it's a full day class. There's tons of information, and people within the first hour, I have people saying, oh my gosh, I never knew this. I'm so happy. I already got the price, the value up for my money for the class in the first hour, but they just learned so much stuff. And we do continuous line designs, 3 types of feathers, stippling, echo quilting, a little tiny bit of walking foot quilting in the beginning, but the rest is free motion. And then at the end of the day, I show them how to handle those large quilts on their home sewing machine. And that's what we all want to learn. So that's a very popular class. And then the other classes are just different types of free motion quilting. Excuse me. So I'm teaching a well, let me show you real quick. So I don't know if you can see this. This is a little sample.
It's beautiful.
Okay, good. So this is the sampler kind of for my beginning machine quilting class. And you can see there's feathers in there, some decorative straight line quilting, stippling, echo quilting. So these are all the things, and just for beginners that we're going to learn in the successful machine quilting class on Wednesday. And then Thursday, I'm starting the morning with this class. And these are called easy grid designs. So grid designs are quilting designs. Let me scoot over here so we can do that. So you can see these pretty little designs in the outside around that pretty feather. And if you took the Wednesday class, you're going to come to class Thursday knowing how to make that beautiful feather. But these grid designs, you draw a grid and then you quilt the designs within that grid, and then you wash away the grid and you're left with those beautiful grid designs. So I'm going to show a couple more samples of some grid designs. So like here's the little checkerboard design. This is an apple core design. Anyways, here, let me turn that around. Here are some clamshells. So just a lot of really pretty fun grid designs on Thursday morning. All right. And then Thursday afternoon, oh, yeah, that's right. Thursday afternoon, fun fillers. So this is my little sample. When you come to class, you're going to make a little sample like this. So you can see inside of here are a bunch of pretty filler designs. And they're just beautiful and very versatile for backgrounds. You can use them anywhere in your quilt, whether it's behind applique or in big open spaces or in stashing or whatever. So that's a really fun class. This is another little sample where you can see some of those pretty fun filler designs. All right. And then also in that class, I love to make Christmas stockings. So these stockings are an excellent way to practice your little fun filler design. So I bring some of these samples just for inspiration in case anybody, wants to make a stocking when they go home, but you'll have the skills to do that after that. All right. And then Friday, I'm going to start the morning with another grid-based quilting design. So these are diamond-based designs. And let me see if it looks better in green. I don't know. Yeah, that looks pretty. So these are all grid designs, but based on a diamond grid. And in this class, I believe that day we're going to be in the Bernina classroom, and we are going to be doing some ruler work. And a ruler is, I teach you how to use the ruler, and the Bernina sewing machines will come with a ruler foot that we can use that day. So that's really fun. So again, dazzling diamond designs, just beautiful quilting designs. This is actually the sample for that class. So we do 4 different diamond-based grid designs. And then lastly, Friday afternoon, if you didn't get to take my one-day beginning machine quilting class, I do a 4-hour machine. It's called Free Motion Crash Course. And so this is the sample. We start out with some, it's all free motion, no walking foot, but all the basics of free motion. So some continuous line designs, and then feathers, and some more continuous line designs over here, and then stippling. So, and then we just cover the basics. And then we usually have a little bit of extra time in case anybody wants me to address anything else. I also give a demonstration on ruler foot with your ruler work with your domestic machine. So those are my classes and my lecture, and I'm really excited to be teaching at Quilt Show Reno.
Perfect. So I think it's pretty exciting that that a beginner can do that kind of work with their domestic machines. So if they've never done free motion quilting, should they be overwhelmed, or they totally will walk away feeling like they've got it, they can do it?
Yeah. So I always market my classes for every level. But really beginners can do it. So I will say something like, if you sign up for Dazzling Diamond Designs, this is a little bit harder, but I just tell people, don't go in expecting that you're going to come out creating a quilt that's going to go to Paducah or Houston. I mean, you know your limitations going in if you've never done any free motion quilting. But I have people all the time who take my classes and at national shows, and they say, I've never free motion quilted before. Oh, I say, okay, well, you'll be okay. Well, we'll get you through the basics and get you started. And they're really happy. They're like, oh my gosh, I never knew I could do this. And free motion quilting just opens a whole new world for quilters. If you don't know how to do it and you're just learning, it opens up vast new horizons so that you have so many more things in your toolbox to make your quilts even more beautiful.
Right. Perfect. Well, I'm super excited. I think there's quite a few people on here watching right now and that will watch later that are kind of intimidated by free motion quilting. So I love that you're just kind of taking the scariness away for them.
Yeah, it's fun. It's not hard. And like I said, it's kind of sounds bad, but I don't like reading directions or instructions. If I have to read a recipe, I got to read it 18,000 times because it doesn't stick. So the way I teach, it's really, I always say a kindergartner could understand the way I teach because it's very easy and visual. And I don't know. I have really happy students all the time, which I'm very proud to say. And I'm happy to meet new people, and I'm excited to be in Reno. I love Reno. It's beautiful. It's a great place to be in June, and I'm looking at those beautiful mountains, and I'm just really excited to go.
Perfect. We're excited to have you. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you in a couple of months.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right. So you guys can go on to quiltshowreno.com and you can check out all of Cindy Seitz-Kris classes. She's got 5 of them and a lecture. I know that some of us don't even know that the lectures are being offered, but they are, and it's a great opportunity. Especially, I know we're kind of sometimes we get a little bit overwhelmed with the quilt shows and signing up for classes. So if you want to kind of dabble and you're not sure really what you want to do, the lectures are a great way to kind of see what you want to do and then venture into more classes from there. But I would definitely, if you're interested in free motion quilting, get signed up. It really is kind of intimidating until you try it. And once you try it, it is so freeing. So make sure you go to the website and get signed up. Next, we have Cindy Myers joining us, and Cindy also has a booth. So let's see here. Oops, sorry. Okay, there we go, Cindy.
Hey.
Cindy, your booth is a couple of old broads, right?
Right.
And are you doing a make and take this year or not?
No, I don't think so. No, because usually I'm too busy at Reno to be able to do all of it. It's too much. So
for sure,
I'm just doing the booth this year, and then I'm teaching 3 classes, so that is also going to take up time. So
yes,
yeah,
for sure. Okay, I'm just gonna turn the stage over to you, and you can tell us and show us your projects.
Okay. And so on Wednesday is my first class, which I've changed up all my classes this year. Instead of doing my ornament, which has been a really popular one, I decided to do 3 new classes. The first one is going to be a beaded tape measure. And this is a really easy project to do. And you should be able to finish it all in one night. I provide the kits. I have so many different colors. Any color that you like, I'll probably have a kit for it. And so that is on Wednesday night. And the kit is $35. And so that one is going to be so much fun. And then my next class is let's see, what's on Thursday night? I think Thursday night is the 1 fabric kaleidoscope which is this one here. And I'll have kits in 2 different sizes. One will make a full size quilt, then another will make a wall hanging size. And it's a lot of fun. It's taken off the pattern from Jason Yenter from In the Beginning Quilting. And what I've done is I've used part of his instructions, but then I've also gone and started using, instead of using a template to cut out all those triangles, I use the kaleidoscope ruler. And that has been I don't know how to, let's see. Anyway, the kaleidoscope ruler makes it so much faster than having to trace all those triangles onto your fabric and trying to get them to match up. This way, it's kind of like a stack and whack, where we'll stack all the fabrics up like a one block wonder, and then cut out the pieces and get sewing. So it's a quicker way to do it than the instructions call for. Then my last class is my, this is the jelly roll messenger bag. And so if you like doing any of the jelly roll projects, the jelly roll rugs or anything like that, I've designed a messenger bag. So it has the flap, it has pockets, it has a lining on the inside, so it has more pockets on the lining. And then I've also added a back pocket. You'll come to class, if you do this, you'll come to class with two sections of jelly roll, say like jelly roll rug pieces that are full width of fabric. And then I'll show you how to cut them up and turn them into this really fun messenger bag. And you can do different types of straps. I just like a web strap, so I can do it crossbody, or you can make your own strap out of some more either jelly roll or fabric that you bring along. I hate making those kind of straps, so I just use the webbing. And that one is Friday night. The jelly roll bag is Friday night. I think that's all my classes, and I will be vending. I'm not sure what my booth number is. Usually I'm near the entrance. I'm usually in the front row. And I'll have lots of new fabrics and new panels that I've just gotten in for the show.
Perfect. And then also, Opal and I just organized a wearable art or tote bags or anything kind of a fun thing for during the show. And I know that you do wearable art, so just a heads up to wear it. So we'll have two ladies going around giving out raffle tickets for people that are wearing tote bags or garments. And then on the free stage in the afternoon, we'll be doing raffles and drawings and things. So that's something new that we just added to the show. So, so do you have any tips? I know this is kind of putting you on the spot, but do you have any tips or advice for people that do wearable art?
Well, usually my wearable art, I make it so that it fits me, that it's comfortable, so that you're not, it's not too stiff or things like that. Because sometimes the jackets, when you make them quilted, they can be rather stiff and heavy.
Right. So and hot. It's June.
And hot, yes. And so I usually don't really put a batting on the inside. I use flannel, or even sometimes, depending on what is going to be on the outside, I'll just use a straight cotton, just plain
like
cotton.
Like a muslin or something, just to build as a base.
white, depending on what you're working on to build on top of. Because I always have something that I build the piece on top of.
Right.
And so yeah, but usually my go-to is a nice flannel that I've washed a few times to make sure that it's shrunk, because flannel shrinks like crazy.
And none of us need our clothes to shrink.
No, and you don't want it if you wash it and you haven't done a pre-wash of your inner side, inside, then it'll be all wrinkled and everything, and you won't be able to get it, nice and flat afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the main thing. So
yeah, that's the best tip today. Wash whatever you're going to build your base on.
Right.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it doesn't work.
Right. It's going to shrink. There's going to be some kind of shrinkage.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm super excited. And also they need to check out your booth, because you usually have jewelry and gifty items and
I have
all kinds of fun stuff.
Gift items. I still have the sewing machine clocks available. I probably won't be having those very much longer. They're very difficult to get these days. And then always my micro pipe puzzles have been really popular, and I have new designs in those. The company's always coming out with new designs, and if I see some new ones, I always get those to bring to the shows. And what else? Can't think of other things right now. My kind of gone blank.
Right.
But
well, sometimes, not that we don't need more fabric, because we always need more fabric, but we for sure always need gifty items for our secret pals and our friends that sew. So going to the quilt show is great to get sewing themed items. You can't necessarily find other places.
Right.
Yeah. Perfect. Well, thank you, Cindy, so much for joining us. And I just want to remind everybody to make sure that you go to quiltshowreno.com and check out the classes, get signed up. We also have a fashion show, Project Runway fashion show, that will be happening Friday night. So make sure you get your tickets for that. And we will see you guys next Monday at 3:00. Have a great week and go get some sewing done.
Thanks.
Bye.